Greetings and welcome back to Stellaris, my Commonwealth of Man playthrough. So we're close to getting our final fleet built all the way up. I think we actually have sufficient fleet to go to war against these people. I just would like the extra fleet full because I have a feeling I'm going to meet a lot of resistance coming this way since they're so close together. This fleet will probably be able to handle the weak fleet that the hegemony of Ubaria might have. And we have started, queued up, removing the shattered solar array. The shattered remnants of some kind of colossal solar array, when it was still functional, it must have provided power to a significant portion of the planet. That is blocking the immense solar array. This solar array is nearly the size of a small continent. Most of it has been smashed beyond repair, but the underlying power infrastructure has survived, making it a good site for energy production. And that would, once these two are finished, that will be the final two that actually are blocking features. And that will just leave all of these ruined arcologies to slowly remove. And each of these has a chance of returning minor well, it will always return minor artifacts, but it has a chance of returning anywhere from 10 to 50. And I have also begun, or I think I will begin, stealing technology here using my academic. Because we are starting to fall behind pretty badly in technology. I do not have any research agreements. That is the one drawback to trying to hang on to Xenophobe, is if you have deals with other empires, it's going to chisel away at it. So I have been not being very friendly diplomatically to avoid that. Just trying to remain neutral at most. Verzak is in a migration treaty with the Uthavulan allied clans. Supporting the Battle Brethren, the Paraku Grand Duchy has become more militaristic. And they were rebels of the Rishethian state. So they are now a star empire. Fanatic egalitarian, and yet they are imperial. Interesting. Prague Grand Duchy is in a migration treaty with the Allied Multics territories.
Science Division reports a new breakthrough.
Applied quantum physics, the seemingly erratic behavior of tiny things can dramatically alter the way we think about bigger things. FTL inhibition will give us access to the Starbase inhibitor. That would slow down any invasion into our territory. See, dark matter drawing would still take over 10 years. FTL inhibition would take about 5. The upgraded hyperdrive would take about 7. So yeah, let's get FTL inhibition as our next one. I'm not seeing the magnets on their star bases. It is obvious they do have star holds, as you can see by the upgraded one. I don't see any star holds over here, but I do see them in this territory. But they don't have FTL inhibitors yet, otherwise I would see the magnet icon. We have a new proposal. Repealing the Ready Shield was apparently reproposed by the Verzak.
Construction complete.
We have Imperious Architecture. All government buildings in our great empire shall be monuments to the state, looming over the populace to inspire obedience, loyalty, and awe. That will give us extra housing in our housing buildings and capital buildings. And it'll be 9 years before we get our next tradition, which will be the Privy Council. United Nations of Earth is in a migration treaty with the Kesem Confederacy. Tinab Starbase now has its Naval Logistics Office. And the Dutari Starbase is now upgraded. So I can upgrade it, start its anchorages, and cancel this one's patrol and send them to Safe Station. Federician League is in a migration treaty with the Galactic Destican Polity. Kesem Confederacy is in a migration treaty with the Soren Combined Clans. We're going to get started on removing these ruined arcologies. The arcologies which cover this city planet lie in ruins. While the foundations are still solid, much of the decaying structure will need to be cleared before we can rebuild. And I've started moving Strike Force Dragon down here to safe. I'm going to send 2 ships this way because these are the stronger fleets and they're closer together, and just send the 1 fleet in here, and I can always pull back and make use of my base if necessary. And we will probably kill these Tiyanki if they venture into our space, just for the bonuses. Now in December I've got a planet or 2 that is going to have a growth, so I'm going to have to go through here. Yeah, St. Natchbull is one of them. And tweak some population around. Because they will end up displacing an entertainer first. So I have to kick them out to make them artisans. Yeah, we still have sufficient amenities to go ahead and grow 1 more human here. Actually, I could, at this point, let's see, if I were to say any species, you're growing Farine, they will be technicians. I'll just let this one grow in general so that it's not getting the 10% penalty. Plus, this tropical world is better for the Farine to grow on, I believe. Although it's saying 12% habitability, this is their damn home world, isn't it? No. No, this is the home world of the... Yeah, this is their home world. Their habitability is 100% because this is their home world. I do not understand why we're getting a 12% penalty to their habitability here. Oh well. But we'll just let them grow whatever and start shifting them off-world if necessary. We're getting close to having the galactic market in place, and surplus slave populations I can end up selling. Now this one I'm going to keep forced on Farine. I need to fill up the clerk slots. And I want surplus Farine as servants, and I can start shifting them off-world as well. This one, let's see, if I were to say any species, yes, it'll go to the Ichner Vol, which are the ones that I actually need here. And this is also their home world, yet they're showing a planet habitability penalty. Because I'm about to add another generator district, because we are getting low on energy credits again. And that should keep these Farine from leaving the clerk slots to fill up this new technician slot. Another thing I could probably do is shift this agriculture district, but that would put me pretty close in deficit for food. I believe that was all the ones that were just growing. Yeah.
Field engineers have cleared a blocker.
Alright, we have our anchorage at Tybor Station, and have our first anchorage at Dultari Station. So now Lithium and Dultari both need a naval logistics office, and I will have my full allotment. But as I get enough, I want to keep reinforcing this fleet. I still need 10 more ships queued up.
Science Division report success.
We have completed genome mapping for pop growth speed. Mapping the genome of an individual through the sequencing of their DNA opens up for tailored medical treatments and therapies. We could get cloning That would take 7 years for more pop growth. The planetary capital, we can upgrade to that now on most of our worlds, I believe. See, that would take 2 years to get more research. That would take 7 years for the planetary capital, which would enable us to get an extra enforcer on all our worlds, another building slot, more housing and amenities, more politician leader jobs. So I think that is actually the best choice. Even though it would be pretty easy to knock out this, I can't guarantee that after 2 years I would have access to the colonial centralization, and I need that one. Now, I do have a specialist in New Worlds, which knocked about 10 months off of it. It's down to 6 years and 1 month, which is really going to be really good. And next month we'll be getting super solid materials anyway and get a new engineering.
Science Division report success.
Super solid materials, more research from our engineering researchers. The production and understanding of super solids are of immeasurable value to any and every space-age civilization. Alright, we can get the star hold, the gas extraction wells, boost to habitability. Let's see, that would take 5 years. Anti-grav engineering would take almost 9. Our cheapest one is afterburners at about 3 years. The star hold would take 6 years. The extra habitability bonus from integrated cybernetics will help with my population growth, my resource output, and my population upkeep on all my worlds. It would get me up to 100% for most of my worlds. Yeah, any of my continental worlds would be 100% for humans at this point. And this tropical one would be up to 80. Integrated cybernetics is also the requirement to pick up the Flesh is Weak, which unlocks the cybernetic tradition tree. So that is a possibility for us, is to become cyborgs. See, that 5% habitability. Getting the star holds would be very useful since my enemies already have them. Now, anti-gravity engineering is a requirement for another one I would want. Let me go ahead and get... Let's see, do I have... I do not have a Voidcraft. Well, we have an industry specialist. Let's get integrated cybernetics. It is industry, and we'll knock it out in about 5 years. The anti-grav engineering unlocks the ability to get, being able to get the arcology project, so that I have the potential to turn planets into ecumenopolises, or ecumenopoli. The plural actually, it drops the S. That would allow me to turn Deneb into a powerhouse of production. I would lose the mining districts and generator districts and agricultural districts, but I'm fine with that. I could turn end about making it artisans and metallurgists and research. Since I will be getting a lot of taxes from subjects as I acquire more subjects, that is another possibility. Now, Finn Habanis already has the possibility to turn into one. It requires a lot of minerals and influence and about 10 years. But yeah, we can restore this to a ecumenopolis. Now, I believe we might end up losing some of these features doing that, like the central spire and the I know we'll lose the ancient reactor pits and the solar array because we can no longer do mining and generator districts. But yeah, I believe we would end up losing these, the dense ruins, the industrial sector, and the central spire doing that. We'll see further down the road. I'm still disappointed I don't seem to be getting those bonuses. Yeah, all I'm getting is the research from jobs. I don't see anywhere where that is added in. My base is coming from my capital. As a capital, my empire base is 10 of every research type, 20 of every resource except food, which is only 10, 5 unity, 3 influence, 10 consumer goods, and 5 alloys. So just having a capital gives you those bonuses. So I'm not getting additional bonuses that I should be getting for having the First League capital, which is another 10 to every research, which is disappointing. But the world itself is generating a lot of research at this point, and I've only filled up half of the researcher jobs.
Inbound message traffic.
Hierarchy of Moffat would like to form a non-aggression pact. I'm actually going to accept this because when I go to war with the Uthabul allied clans and the United Leptarian domains, they are bordered on it, so I don't want the war to spread over to them. For now. After I have solidified my rule over these empires, then we will be looking out to conquer more. Although I think the Allied Multics territories would be my next one after these 3. One thing I should probably check is my spy networks. I could go for acquiring another asset here. Or I could actually get started on another Mastery of Nature. Mastery of Nature here would give me more city districts or a few industrial districts or maybe a few other resources. It's not really that critical. Most of these other worlds are pretty close that already have Mastery of Nature. So yeah, let us work on acquiring another asset. We have an official within the Uberian civic hierarchy. We gained a clerk. Now we need to let our infiltration level build back up, but we do have a subterfuge that will assist us in preparing sleeper cells and acquiring assets, as well as stealing technology. But we picked up a common clerk, unhappy with their job and eager for a little excitement in their life. Hask Kerner. Kronagi 2 ethic changes. Several of our abduction teams stationed on the observation post above Kronagi 2 have apparently been using the thrusters of their shuttles to burn large circles and complex patterns into crop fields belonging to the barbarian Rogerians that are indigenous to the planet. The shuttle crews have been severely reprimanded for this prank, but the natives appear to be convinced that the crop circles have some mathematical meaning. A new scientific movement has developed to study the patterns, and it is gaining popularity among the Rogerians at an alarming rate. They now have high awareness. They're in the machine age. It takes some time to be able to lower their awareness. I'm not worried if they notice this or not. Now another thing I'm going to need to do fairly soon as I get closer to this strike force being full is start building some armies. Another confidence waivers. We have a 50% chance of getting unwavering insight. So let's see where these insights lead. Chances are we're not going to get lucky on this one. We're going to have panicked operatives. I knew it. Our auxiliary operatives in the Uthabulan allied clans have reacted with horror upon learning the truth of their once intangible suspicions. Spymaster Camilla Esguerra revealed only a glimpse of the bigger picture to them. But it was sufficient to disrupt our supply lines. Our ability to subvert Uthabulan encryption is reduced for a time. Just for a year. But that does mean we have a better chance of losing contact with our operatives.
Construction complete.
Dultari Station just needs the Naval Logistics Office to be complete, but my priority right now is spending my alloys on reinforcing the fleet when I have enough to start building it afterwards or get closer to the cap. Actually, I won't get closer to the cap. I have sufficient cap to fully fit out these 3 fleets now. And I'm almost at 100% naval coverage. They're still not happy. Misharan State is the rival of the Rishethian State. They return to the favor. United Latrepian Domains is in a research agreement with the Allied Multics territories. We need to build up our influence because it's getting close to the point where we want to spin this off into a vassal. And we need to negotiate the agreement. We're going to turn it into a Scalarium. Now, it's not going to be that beneficial for them because they will be very small and have very little research output. But it will give us a benefit. The dubious Xenos of the Verzak Galactic Technocracy have established a marketplace for the trade of alien goods. While we are naturally loath to take part in this exchange, the option is available to us. So now I do have the option to participate in the slave market. I can sell off slaves and buy others as I get populations. So I could actually go and make most of my worlds just generate whatever to boost the growth. Right now I do need more farine, but there's a good chance a lot of my planets will generate them. So if I go to any species, yeah, we're generating oxynoliters. It is dropping our current progress a little bit doing this. But we can basically cut off our mandatory one and just have them grow whatever and end up selling any surplus we get of particular troops, particular species I don't need.
Blocker cleared.
Alright, we cleared the blocker in Finhabanis, the first ruined arcology. I didn't happen to get a pop-up or anything telling me what I got out of it, minor artifact-wise, so I have no idea what the result was. If I had been paying attention to my current level of minor artifacts, I could have figured it out. And I've also started generating a bunch of armies. I'm going to send a couple of slave armies to replace these non-slave oxynoliters over here. And probably some fresh human armies to replace the human armies over here so I can have the more experienced ones. Let's see, these guys are experienced. Yeah, I'll take the more experienced ones with me and just leave the inexperienced ones there. Yeah, there we just had a whole bunch pop up. These are slave armies, I believe. Yeah. So we can send them to like Vardavar. To replace the non-slave armies there. These two would also be slave armies. We can send them to Scion to replace the non-slave armies there.
Construction complete.
We have completed a lithium station. And in about 6 months, Dultari station will be completed, and then we will have all of those. I have enough to do another reinforcement. 5 more ships, and we will be at full capacity. We have finally matched our naval coverage. So if we go to factions, build our fleet out to our Empire's capacity will please the Drumbeat of Victory Party. Now, they're still not giving us a bonus. They're just not giving us a penalty. We'll have to see as we get closer, because we do have, or it may just take a month for it to update. Let's see. Governor Teresa Galvani has died at the age of 90. That was our governor at Unity. I could have actually used a righteous one. Let's get Ritvik Kulkami. Is that Kami or Carney? I think that's Kami. Retired fleet officer. That'll boost up my ship build speed and reduce my ship build cost. Even though I am mainly building from Leffingwell now. I could temporarily move the agrarian upbringing one away. So yeah, let's recruit Ritvik. We'll actually move the more experienced governor back to Unity and place him here so that we will be getting these ships a little cheaper. The 5 remaining we need. Received a communique from the Habonite Unified Worlds. I represent the Habinti Unified Worlds. Our elected leaders, Commissary General Yidik, hopes for peaceful relations with you and your people, but know that we are more than capable of defending our way of life. Keep to yourselves, aliens. Where did they pop up? So they are obviously a primitive civilization that was enlightened, or that reached spacefaring. Alright, we're going to have these 4 merge with this fleet. State of Seb has joined the galactic community. They rebelled against an unidentified empire. Yeah, I still haven't made contact with that empire. And the Habinti Unified Worlds closed their borders to us. The Brienne and Stellar Nation has joined the galactic community. That would be another pre-FTL civilization that has achieved FTL. They've closed their borders to us. Galactic Destican Polity has entered a migration treaty with the hegemony of Ubaria.
Construction complete.
And our final orbital anchorage, or anchorage, is up at full strength. Alright, our first slave army has landed here. We can get the Oxenletter Assault Legion, since they are not a slave army, and have them embark and merge up with Transport Fleet Alpha. Uthabulin research secured. Now, we can, with this academic, seize more and get 2 research options actually. But I don't want to lose this academic. Right now I would much rather just that will do mission accomplished. That'll give us access to the volatile material plants and a decent amount of progress along that line. Now we need to let our infiltration level build up a little more, and then probably see about acquiring another asset. We'll probably use either the academic or the bureaucrat to see if we can get another subterfuge or technologist. We have another fleet that can merge up with Alpha. Buzzword standardization has passed. We're still fairly low in rank. We actually have about half of the United Nations of Earth. And it looks like the next one is going to be security contractors, as much as we don't want it. I do not have any favors to call in support to get this one above it. I could get cooperative research channels up, but since we're lowest in tech right now, that actually would hurt us more than anything else. We're actually not that high in economy either, compared to some of these others. They've got a 434. We have a 254. We currently have 1563 in minor artifacts, and in about 10 days we'll see what it goes up by when we complete this blocker.
Field engineers have cleared a blocker.
It went up by 30. Vardavar can launch an assault legion. Actually, I can go ahead and have it launch both of its assault legions and have them merge up with Transport Fleet Alpha, because the other is about to land. Alright, Vardavar can now launch one of its human armies. The more experienced one, they can be sent to Transport Fleet Alpha. The state of Seb has been destroyed by its enemies. Chances are they became starfaring, but did not get the starbase in the area, so their planet was shifted back to the empire that they appeared in. I can't remember exactly where they were. Kesem Confederacy is in a research agreement with the Etherian Galactic League. I see a hostile. Unidentified hostile. Oh, there's an asteroid headed to one of their colonies. I'm in the process of shifting the mining districts on Unity over to agricultural districts. I'll only lose about 60 minerals a month. I can stand to lose that. My actual food is pretty low, considering I'm getting nearly 60 from subject taxes. So we're going to shift all of these miners over to be farmers. Unity will end up being my breadbasket. I'll probably end up shifting the generator districts over as well and build my final 2 districts there as agriculture. Dawnlight would also make a good breadbasket if I needed it later on. Leffingwell I can shift off of food. I could shift it over to generator districts to help with my energy credits once I start getting a surplus of food from Unity. And I can get rid of these agriculture districts on Doran as well for a generator district. But we are in the process of building our final ship and landing our final replacement army on Scion, so I can get the experienced humans off of there and send them to merge. It's going to take a year for them to get over there. Now, it's not a priority that I have all of my armies in place, and actually the armies should probably move. Well, I mean, knocking out these allies first would probably be the better choice. And then sweeping up this way Still over 2 years before I get another tech. And 6.5 before I get another tradition. Getting that tradition will help with my Unity since it will improve my Edict fund. Not quite enough to cover the Edict I'm currently running, but still sufficient. Alright, Citizen Confederation of Gavazul declared Soran Combined Clans their rival. My final starbase upgrade will be Larkin's Singularity, since that's where the Curator Order is. I can get research going there. Not only that, it's over a black hole. So we have reached full naval capacity. I believe it is time to enter supremacy mode. That will double my diplomatic fleet weight from fleet power, half my war exhaustion gain and naval capacity, or double my bonuses to reduction of war exhaustion gain and naval capacity. And it only harms relations with all other empires that are also supremacist. And it relaxes our ability to declare rivals. So I could pick a couple more rivals to declare. Let's see. These are the fanatical purifiers. Most people don't like them. See, if I look at the Misharan state, let's check the strongest. The Soran. Who are their rivals? The Citizen Confederacy and the Adnoran Reapers. So if we go with the Citizen Confederacy, that will boost relations with them, since they are, we will have shared rivals. So let's declare them a rival. And let's see about the United Nations of Earth. Who are their rivals? Hierarchy of Mothith. I think I just entered a non-aggression pact with them. So let us see about the Allied Multics. Now, the Citizens Coalition of Gavzul, which I believe we just declared as rivals. They're a vassal under the Glass Dwarhenian. They have an unidentified empire. These guys are kind of friendly with this federation. Let's go with the Rakuten Imperium. They're nowhere near us. We could establish an embassy with them, but we're just going to declare rivals. That way we have 3 rivals going to maximize our monthly gains from rivalries. We get a further bonus for being Galactic Nemesis, having a rival of at least 3 empires. At least 3. 3 is the maximum you can be rivaled to. So that should boost us enough to where this faction, yes, it will have 10% happiness bonus. That should help our stability some. Now we need to propose subjugation. It's going to cost me 150. See, if I told them tributary, it would only cost 102. Now, do I have to wait until that goes through? Yes, I have to wait until that goes through before I can actually declare war on them. Now, I think since I only have 1 fleet over here, I'm just going to kind of check a little bit, poke in a little bit, checking. But for the most part, I am going to keep back here and let them come to me so that I can make use of my defense platforms. While the 2 fleets over here will push forward. Now, interestingly enough, I don't have good line of sight, but as I conquer star bases, I will at least get intel on adjacent systems. I don't have upgraded sensors yet. Now, another thing I think I need to do is build a couple of science ships, so that we will have ships that would be available to go research debris.
Inbound message traffic.
Rishethian State would like a non-aggression pact with us. Where are they located? I don't need to waste influence on a non-aggression pact with you. You are way over there. They refuse to be my tributary. So that means I should have the ability to make them our subject. I don't have the vassalization. Alright, they returned the rivalry. Maybe I need to wait a month. No, it did not give me the subjugation casus belli. Let's go back to propose subjugation. Maybe I just needed to do the vassal to get the terms to pop up, because I did not get it from trying that other proposal. So I may have to wait until I get a little bit more influence and try it again. Or it could be because they are in a federation that I can't do it. But it's not saying that. It just says that having an overall higher relative power against a target will automatically grant subjugation. So you don't need to do the terms. You just have to have an overall higher power. Well, in that case, I'm going to have to do... I don't even have animosity, so I can't humiliate, and I have no claims. So I am going to need some way to antagonize them. I should have made them a rival, I guess. Overall relative power. Alright, can I propose subjugation to one, or do a war over here? Yes, I can vassalize or make tributary to the weaker ones. So I did not need to waste the influence attempting to propose subjugation to them. I guess I will have to start on this side, getting the United Latrepian domains. So we are going to have to declare war. Do I want them to be a tributary starting out, or a vassal? I think I want to start out with them as a tributary. We will switch them over to vassal later. But starting them out as a tributary means that I will automatically get a certain amount of resources from them, mainly minerals, food, and consumer goods and alloys and energy credits, I think. So yes, we're going to declare war to make them a tributary.
Standing by to commence offensive operations. Weapons free. Repeat, weapons free.
How tragic. Now we shall have to destroy you. Yeah, I don't think so, my friend. Now this war is the Human Allied Independent Systems Allied Tributary War. I need a lot to achieve my war goals. Their relative navy is listed as stronger than mine. That will not last long. So we're going to send both of our fleets in. There we go. 1 day to pass. Both of our fleets in over here. This is the faster fleet, Strike Force Gorgon. So we will have them follow Strike Force Dragon. Actually, they're not that faster by much, but So we can have them travel together for now. But we will poke in here and start taking over systems. We can see where their star bases are because of our intel level. They only have 4. If we can capture these 4 star bases, they cannot build reinforcements. We can also see where their capital is, which is right next to this one, and they only have 4 star bases. This empire has 6 star bases, but none of them are upgraded. All of these are starholds. Lost contact with our operatives in United Latrepian domains. Find our operatives. They were in the process of acquiring an asset. Why is Strike Force Cerebus? Who the hell is Strike Force Cerebus? I don't recall building that destroyer. Alright, you stay back here. Apparently I got an extra destroyer somewhere. I can get 30 more fleet capacity, so I could work on another fleet of destroyers right now. Let's see. If we go to Fleet Manager, this is a Winger class. It's supposed to be here. This one is showing it has 4 of 5 Wingers. Alright, let me have a look there. Do I have all my Wingers? Yeah, I've got 5 in here. But the Fleet Manager is a little messed up, saying that it doesn't have its last reinforcement, but it does. I mean, this fleet is showing at full strength. No, it only has 4 Wingers in it. It's got a Matchless in here for some reason. That Matchless doesn't go with this fleet. There's where the problem is. Alright, so Strike Force Dragon, I need to transfer a ship. I need to transfer that Matchless out of here. And I need to have this one merge with it. Oh, that was the wrong button. I need to have this one merge with this. Because this was supposed to be a reinforcement. I don't know where the Matchless came from. I must have accidentally built an extra Matchless somehow. How did that even happen? I don't know. Oh, now it's saying 4 or 5 Matchless. I'm confused. Something is messed up here. We have 6 Surprise, 4 Matchless, 5 Matchless, but only 4 Wingers. Ah! Okay. I think we're only supposed to have 5 Surprise. Yes, we have an extra Surprise is the problem. So with Strike Force Dragon, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Surprise for some reason. Let's pull one of them out. And this one is supposed to have its reinforcement, which is now on its way. I don't know how that happened. Now if I go to this one, it's showing the proper counts. I was saying it's short one winger, which should be merging with it. Yeah, that right there should be merging with it. Good. Alright, so I have an extra fleet that has a surprise in it. Let's have it enter orbit here. Yeah, let's just tell it go home. And then we will start working on a new fleet eventually. Strike Force Garuda here. We will start working on another fleet. It's going to need 5 surprises. And we can start reinforcing it later. That was weird, though, how that happened. We have an extra oxylitter on Unity and on Leffingwell, I believe. Yes. So we have 2 extra oxyliters. So we can go to the slave market and sell slaves. So on Unity, well, this is the Ichner Vol. We want the oxyliters. On Unity, we have an oxyliter farmer. We'll get about 3,100 for it. And we had an oxyliter on Leffingwell. That was a clerk. Now let's see what they have. They have a Savannah preference, Arctic preference, robots, desert preference. Nothing that's really screaming out to me. And I do hate this little display bug where it's displaying these icons even though those are down below the list. So nothing here that I'm interested in really buying. But we did manage to offload a couple of slaves. Now, did it automatically remove them? No, it's not until they sell that they're going to disappear. And we'll go ahead and start reinforcing this new fleet with its 5 surprise class. After we get, actually we can go ahead and add, we want it to basically match, I think, Strike Force Dragon. So it's going to be surprise, wingers, and matchless. Or we should actually have had it match Medusa, but since we started with surprises, surprise, matchless, and wingers. And we will just reinforce this fleet. That'll get us up to our full naval capacity. When we get 20 more capacity, we can build this up so that we will have a fleet that we can turn into a mercenary enclave when we get that. And we can go ahead and have Strike Force Medusa push in here just to take on this starbase. And this has fairly weak defenses. We could probably send some armies down here to deal with them as well. Let's go ahead and make another, not that. Let's go ahead and make another set of armies. 2 slave oxyliters. And 1 human assault army. And we'll send them down that way to take out one of their colonies. Reestablished contact with our operatives. Now we have these science ships on standby. I'm not going to bother recruiting leaders for them just yet. until I need them.
Engaging enemy station.
That was fast. And they never got past our shields, I don't believe. Nope, they did not get past our shields taking an outpost. Alright, they have... That's the Queptilium Archivist have a fleet over here. 360k fleet. What are they doing in here? Let's go ahead and push to there with these two fleets. How far behind is that reinforcement that's trying to merge? Actually, let's wait for it.
Engaging enemy station.
Let's see how this one goes. It also is not getting past our shields. Oh, we have some Tiyanki in the system. Now that we have this, we have sight on Delta Cephi. We don't know what this world is, but it's a small colony. Yeah, they did send Arctic people to a arid world. Do I want to hunt them? That could hurt. They sap shields pretty fast. They have no shields themselves. Which means I'm just going to be hammering the crap out of them with... well, the mass drivers don't do too well against armor. I think since I'm at a war, it may not be a good idea to fight the Tiyanki just yet. But since we took no damage, we can push on till we get sight of their fleets and can then decide whether or not we want to pull back. And actually, we could split these fleets just to quickly sweep some area. This one's at full, so we'll send Gorgon over this way. And when this one gets its reinforcement, we will have it merge up. When it gets its reinforcement, we'll have it hit this system, and then the two merge up here, and then see about pulling back to get these, because we'd like to cut off their back and then come forward. But yes, once again, they did not get through our shields. They did not shoot down any of our missiles. So they have a lack of point defense. Oh, we have a new proposal. Regulatory facilitation has been reproposed. That was up here with my support, and now it has disappeared. The Soran Combined Clans have it out there. I think we may go ahead and support the Tiyanki Pest Control and oppose the Tiyanki Conservation Act just to make sure other people end up in breach. So now the only one I haven't made any decision on is cooperative research channels. Now, it doesn't do a lot of benefit for me because I'm not getting a whole lot from stations, honestly. Most of mine comes from jobs. Alright, Transport Fleet 29 will head down this way. Let's actually go ahead and rename this to Transport Fleet Beta and have the others merge up with it. And there's the human army that will merge with it. Whoops. No. We don't really need all 3 gas engineers right now, so I can relocate a human from Flaxington somewhere else. I also ended up with an extra human on Dawnlight, so there's another one I can relocate. That will pull up this one Farine to be the entertainer again. I think the place I want to work on is Proklos, so we will resettle both of those humans here. That was Flaxington. We had a spare gas plant engineer. And Leffingwell. Nope, not Leffingwell. Dawnlight, wasn't it? Yes, Dawnlight. We had a human entertainer. So now, if we go back to Proklos, if I clear out this entertainer slot, I can move up. There we go. Now we have 2 Farine being entertainers. And we have 2 extra researchers, which should help cut down on how long it's going to take to get our techs. A quick pass through here. We are just about done with acquiring an asset. We have no chance of absolute failure anymore. This one we are building up our infiltration level some more. And same here. Now this fleet finally merged, it appears. So Strike Force Dragon we will send this way to start sweeping the star bases or outposts.
Field engineers have cleared a blocker.
Oh, I forgot to queue up another blocker, but we do have extra population now. I can start upgrading this to a planetary admin. That will give me another building slot. It'll move these 2 up and give me a slot to put a oxen litter in, as we will have an enforcer over here. Now we are starting to get a little buildup of crime on some of our worlds, especially this one. If we can get, when we get the additional capital, that will be taken care of by being able to put extra oxen litters here, because we will have an additional enforcer. The Adnorium Imperium has finally joined the galactic community. Now I can see where they rank. They're pretty far down here. And we have actually moved up a little bit. We're actually above the hegemony of Ubaria. We're rank 8.
Engaging enemy station.
Strike Force Gorgon should have no problem with that outpost. Oh, they actually did some armor damage to me.
Skywatch has sighted a spaceborne lifeform.
And now we have sight on their fleets. Alright, they have about 10k in fleets. Actually, a little over 10k. Together, we would have just about equal to them, so we need to pull back. As a matter of fact, we need to cancel coming to take this and pull back, because we have to smash their fleets first. And there are space amoeba there. Now we took 12 damage, or 13 damage to one of our ship's armor. That's not a huge amount, so that's nothing to really worry about. But we do need to pull our fleets back to converge and be able to defend. Now we have a new proposal. Ban organic slave trade. Nope, I'm opposed to that. The use of the galactic market to trade in sentient organics is abominable. We should ban this practice. Nope, 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 nope. I need to make use of that. Thank you very much.
Engaging enemy station.
Alright, no armor damage that time. We can keep pushing forward with this single fleet for now. And where are they headed? They appear to be going that way. Well, there's a 4K fleet coming in this way. I could handle a 4K fleet, but it would be tough. I would rather get my fleets together so that it minimizes my losses. Am I going to get out of the system in time? Yes. Alright, so they're going to be moving in here, and I will have my two fleets converged. They're still regenerating shields. This one appears to have its shields up to full. It's just it has a little bit of armor damage. And it was one of my Corvettes. Let's see if I can spot it. The damage is so minimal, I don't really see a difference in the bar. Because my ships have 390 armor. That's 1% would be 3.9. So this is about 2 or 3% damage that they have suffered. Oh, my other two transport fleets have... So that's my last transport fleet, not my other two, has been churned out so I can have it merged with Beta. And then we can come down here and take Magam away from them. Now we will suffer less war exhaustion than they do. Yeah, they're en route to us. This one is, these fleets are coming this way. There's one headed up that way, one headed over this way, that one's headed over this way. We should be able to catch and destroy this fleet before any reinforcements show up, especially if we decide to merge there. Because I would like to catch their fleets a little spread out. This one's going to take a while. It's got 2 systems to go through. That's only about 5K there. And then another 3K with the Uthapul and allied clans. And the hegemony of Abaria is only contributing about 1,000. They may have pulled all their fleets over this way, so I may be able to kind of just sweep through this area. One other thing I should be running is exotic gases for shield boost. That'll put us in a slight deficit for exotic gases until we get another person working that gas extraction well. But the boost to our shield hit points is going to help a lot in these fights, especially against the outposts. They really won't be able to penetrate my shields then. Alright, they're moving in. We have moved up together. And we should be in range to attack them when they come through.
Fleet action underway.
Yes, we should have a clear advantage against them. They've done a little bit of damage to our shields. We've done a little bit to them. We have missiles en route. They have missiles. They've actually done some shield and hull damage to us. We may have lost some ships. We lost one. Yeah, and we have taken some damage. But we took out their fleet. We only destroyed 2 of their corvettes, though. We shot down 103 of their missiles. Did any of their missiles get through? Yes. They did 19 damage and 24. Some of their missiles did end up getting through, but for the most part we nullified that, and we had a clear advantage on the damage we did to them. We took 607 hull and 1,500 armor. They took 4,000 damage to their armor and 6,000 to their hull. So they are pretty beat up. We are not that beat up. Now I am going to pull back to repair. These ships are on their way in. That's only a 3K. That's only a 3K. They've got more coming in. We are damaged. We are going to pull back to safe station and make use of our defense platforms while we repair, if they decide to push onward. Now this medium coil guns, small coil guns, small improved deflectors. Oh, nice. So they have 2 upgraded components we do not have. If we get enough debris throughout these engagements, we should get those techs for free, basically.
Engaging enemy station.
Now, how close are we to the exit? We're far enough away, I think even when they come through, we'll make it out, because they're probably going to go engage that. We've won the loyalty of a Latrepian rebel, so we have an agitator, not my favorite. They are government and manipulation. So they're pretty good at extorting favors, smear campaigns, and sparking diplomatic incidents. They can prepare sleeper cells, being government, and acquire assets. But yeah, they're just good at the top few. Now we'll let this build back up some before we go to acquire another asset. I really want a subterfuge or a tech. Speaking of building up, yeah, that one's still building up. And that one is still building up. We flip that one pretty easily. So we will just keep pressing on this way and see if we can cut out, because these are actual star bases, not star holds. We might be able to take them away from them and cut out on their ability to create reinforcements. Speaking of reinforcements, I should be reinforcing that fleet so that it has this extra corvette by the time it gets over here. Adnorium Imperium has embraced the Adnorium Future Party and become more xenophobic. Now they were fanatic purifiers, if I'm not mistaken. Now they are evangelizing zealots. They were already xenophobes. Oh no, it's the Adnoran Reapers that are the fanatic purifiers. Yeah. So the Adnorium Imperium was a rebel of theirs. Now it says that they lost 6 ships, when the report said they only lost 2 corvettes. Overall it says they've lost 6, we've lost 1. We'll need to max out their war exhaustion and most of the occupation to be able to achieve our war goals.
Construction complete.
Oh, wait a minute. I built one over Finn Habanus? I thought I was building this one. I thought I was building over Larkin Singularity. That's the one that's supposed to have been upgraded, not Finn Habanus. Let us downgrade that one back. That was a waste of 200 alloys. Apparently I had the wrong starbase targeted when I was telling it to upgrade. I wanted Larkin Singularity to be the one that was upgraded. We've sold one of our slaves for 6,200. It said 3,100 when I posted it up there. We got double the price for that. That was nice. And we still have Savannah, a robot, and a desert preference. The robot might be useful, though I'm not really going to make too awfully much use of robots, so I'm not that worried about them. Slaves are much more efficient for me, especially since I haven't even gotten a robotics facility, and I probably won't bother with it. I'm not sure yet. It depends on where I decide to go ascension-wise. Though I am getting integrated cybernetics, I may end up getting robots. Let's have a look real quick at synthetic ascension. You need synthetics to do that. I only need cybernetics to do flesh is weak. Now when I get another tradition, I can actually check out, because you can't, I wish you could check out the other trees even when you couldn't do a selection, so I could see what bonuses you get for cybernetics, if any of it would affect robots, to make me decide whether or not I might need robots. The Kesem Confederacy embraced the Xeno Aid Watch and became more xenophilic. So they are fanatic xenophiles now. And actually, I probably should have declared one of these guys as rivals. And I should look into... I believe it's under here. Yeah, damage to rivals, xenoaesthetics. I should probably look into that, so that I am able to take out opponents a lot easier. Alright, Strike Force Gorgon is back at full strength.
Engaging enemy station.
I would actually love these guys to come in here and try and take my starbase. I would have much more luck and less losses decimating them in my own territory. Kesem Confederacy entered a migration treaty with the Veteresian League.
Skywatch has sighted a spaceborne lifeform.
More to Yankee over this way. And they actually have a colony here. Very low military. They have robots. So we'll keep pushing on and claiming as much of their territory as we can. If we can knock out their star bases. They've got 6 though. We can knock out the ones over here fairly easily. But if we can start sweeping in from this side and then start pushing forward this way, we'll be able to lock them down fairly easily. They never got past our shields. Where are you headed? You're headed for the starbase.
Station reports enemy contact.
I don't think we're going to get through their shields.
Spaceport lost to enemy action.
We sold our other slave. Yeah, we didn't get through their shields. Both of our fleets are repaired. How close is the follow-up fleets? I no longer have vision on them. I'm going to watch them and see where they go from here. If they start headed this way, I'm going to wait here to make use of my defense platforms. Oh yes, they have foolishly decided without waiting for the reinforcements to charge in to where I have a fortification. Now, these reinforcements may catch up with them a little bit, but they're going to take the brunt of this. And we will see all of my wonderful defense platforms in action.
Skywatch is tracking a new enemy fleet.
Alex Sorrel Battle Group is detected on direct course for the Othani system. Okay. That one that just popped up in this system is on a direct course over there. Yeah, okay. Now, I'm getting that information because of my intel level with them. If we look at intel, I can see imminent invasion plans and their relative fleet power, and I can actually look at their ship details. So I'm getting those notifications because I do have intel. It's going to let me know about fleets that pop up. But while we're at this, yeah, they have tier 2 lasers. I don't have ship details for them. I should have ship details for them. They have tier 2 armor. Tier 2 sensors. Oh, nice. Yeah, we're going to get a lot of nice tech out of this. I think... Let me go to my ship designer. I don't think I make use of lasers with anybody, do I? Yeah, I have the tier 1 lasers right now. But getting access to the upgraded sensors will be nice as well.
Engaging enemy station.
United Miravandian Imperium would like to do a commercial pact. Now, I believe they fixed this. They actually have more trade value than me, so I'm going to get more out of it than they do. However, entering into a commercial pact with them, and I do need it because of the energy credits, entering into a commercial pact with them is going to wear away at my xenophobe, but I could use the energy credits, I think. Although I'm doing fairly well on selling slaves. Let's see. Let's agree. I can always drop it later if I don't need it.
Taking evasive action.
Who ran away? The empty science ship? Let's put you on passive, and let's just pull you back to there. And I should probably put this one on passive as well. Come to the meat grinder. Captain Jennifer Goodman, the commanding officer of the CNS Obdurate, served with distinction during the recent engagement that took place in the Plessis system. The Admiralty on Unity, recognizing the qualities of a promising flag officer, has decided to promote the captain to the rank of full admiral. Well, I do have another fleet sitting here that could use an admiral. You have aggressive and engineer. Ooh, that's really good. Alright, Strike Force Medusa is in combat, so I can't swap out the Admiral here, because they're in combat. But I think I will actually put her in charge of Strike Force Dragon. Why do I have 2 commanders in charge of Strike Force Dragon? That was weird. For a second there, I had 2 admirals in charge of Strike Force Dragon. But yeah, having the daily armor and hull regen being an engineer, this leader is a natural engineer, having the knowledge and skills to organize and oversee starship repairs without the benefit of a space dock. Actually, I think I may want them... Yeah, Dragon will work. Yes. Never got past our shields. Actually, change of plans. This one is much farther from a base. So we will have this one have the engineer. Their backup is coming in, but I think they will be...
Station reports enemy contact.
Yeah, these guys are going to be decimated before their backup arrives, I think.
Skywatch is tracking a new enemy fleet.
Task Force Campus in the Othana system. Okay, they just popped in. They ran away. No losses. They did do some armor damage to us. We did some hull damage to them. So let's have our fleets all return to the station to get repairs. Because if they're going to keep trickling in their fleets like this, I'm going to keep knocking them out until I've made them all run away. Hey, that's a Federation fleet. Task Force Campus. Pretty big fleet, too. This is going to be a fairly small fleet. It's already damaged, as a matter of fact. But we're damaged too now, so we might risk losing some ships. Senate is now in session for the security contractors. It will pass, but it's going to take 4 years. And it has been another 5 years. We have to renew our agreement with the Curator Order. The agreement we signed giving you access to our databanks has run its course. Would you like to extend it for another 10 standard years? Or do your researchers no longer require the information we offer? We would definitely like to purchase this service. We definitely have energy credits to spare at this point because we have been selling slaves. But it has been another 5 years, so we'll call this an episode. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.